Something strange is happening in the world of streaming. One of the biggest names in the game, Pokimane, is changing everything. After dominating Twitch for over a decade, she's walking away from the very empire she helped build. But why would someone at the top suddenly step back when everyone else is still fighting to get there? Is the streaming industry becoming too toxic, too exhausting, or too broken to survive? One of the most well-known names in gaming and online entertainment for a long time has been Pokimane Anis. Pokimane, who was born in Morocco and grew up in Canada, started streaming in the early 2010s, first concentrating on League of Legends before branching out to games like Fortnite and Valorant. She started her official Twitch channel in 2014, and in a matter of years, she rose to the top of the platform's female streamer rankings. She became one of the faces of a new generation of internet celebrities as her ascent correlated with the cultural phenomena of live streaming. Pokimane developed beyond gameplay streams over time. She entered the just chatting market, produced lifestyle, commentary, and podcast material, and built a strong online presence on TikTok, Instagram, YouTube, and business endeavors. With interviews in Teen Vogue and Wired, she demonstrated how streaming had evolved from a specialized pastime to a part of general culture. Nevertheless, Pokimane has expressed more and more worries about the demands of streaming, the restrictions of platform contracts, and the psychological effects of continuous public attention in spite of her success. She took a bold step in early 2024 when she declared she would no longer only stream on Twitch. This change was a statement about the status of the streaming industry as a whole, as well as a career turnabout. Pokimane's choice to alter her content strategy is the result of a confluence of factors, including structural problems in the streaming ecosystem, industry change, and personal development. Her change is both a reflection of her own development and a sign of more significant issues that contemporary digital creators are dealing with. Pokimane's choice to terminate her exclusivity contract with Twitch was one of the most obvious aspects of her transformation. She said that her 10-year tenure on Twitch has officially ended on January 30th, 2024. She clarified that she had no interest in renewing her contract with the platform, especially under restrictive or unfavorable terms, and that it had already expired. Pokimane said the choice was freeing. She said in an interview with PC Gamer and Kotaku that the atmosphere on Twitch had become emotionally taxing and creatively constricting. She expressed her desire to be free to explore other areas, saying she was done being emotionally invested in the changes this company is doing. This action was a rejection of the conventional exclusivity model, rather than just a platform change. Pokimane and other creators are recognizing that being restricted to a single platform reduces both their creative freedom and their ability to make money. Her declaration that she didn't want to be exclusive anywhere highlighted her want for autonomy in a field that frequently puts corporate control ahead of the freedom of creators. Pokimane's exit also draws attention to saturation, a developing issue in the creative economy. She has publicly discussed how hard it is now for creators to depend only on websites like YouTube or Twitch. The ecosystem encourages constant output over creativity, with millions of streamers vying for viewers' attention and algorithmic prominence. She pointed out in an open post that there is too much content out there and that platforms are no longer enough to sustain creators. She maintained that direct-to-consumer business models that cut out the middlemen, like Patreon, exclusive memberships, or product lines, are the way of the future. The cost of being a full-time streamer on one's mental health may be the main reason behind Pokimane's change. Playing games is only one aspect of streaming. Other activities include acting, providing entertainment, moderating, and remaining on for hours on end. Maintaining boundaries can be challenging due to the parasocial aspect of streaming, where viewers develop strong emotional bonds with producers. Pokimane has been open and honest about her burnout issues. She acknowledged in her 2021 Wired feature that everything in her life had turned into a optimization engine and that she needed to de-optimize in order to regain her humanity. She expressed exhaustion from the constant demand to be live and the weight of audience expectations. It is possible to interpret Pokimane's wish to take pauses and refocus on lifestyle and artistic endeavors as a defensive strategy, an attempt to maintain longevity in a field that frequently burns out employees before they can realize their full potential. In recent years, streaming services have experienced significant transformations. YouTube Gaming, Kick, and new services have challenged Twitch, which was formerly the clear leader in live streaming. As a result, priorities have changed, and businesses are reassessing how they pay and handle creators. An increasing shift in creator authority is exemplified by Pokimane's departure. She disclosed that the profitable exclusivity partnerships that formerly characterized Twitch's environment were no longer available. From XQC to Ludwig, a lot of creators have also switched to new platforms that provide more creative autonomy and revenue sharing. This wider shift suggests that the alleged streaming empire is eroding. Platforms used to set the rules, but today, creators, particularly those with sizable, devoted following, have the power to negotiate or choose to operate independently. The streaming environment has changed significantly. Long-form live gaming was the most popular kind of entertainment 10 years ago. Pokimane's shift toward lifestyle videos, comments, and podcasts demonstrates how she's adjusting to these developments. She is adopting formats that enable creative expression without the burnout of daily streaming, as opposed to depending entirely on live content. Her change is in line with a new creator paradigm that combines traditional entertainment creation, entrepreneurship, and influencer culture. Are the stars of the streaming empire being crushed? The title query expresses a genuine tension in digital entertainment and is not merely rhetorical. The platforms, algorithms, and revenue-generating schemes that control internet material are together referred to as the streaming empire. Time is rewarded over quality in streaming economics. A creator's ad revenue, subscriptions, and interaction all increase with the length of their streams. Marathon sessions and little respite are encouraged by this design. Taking breaks seems risky to many top streamers because they fear that their audience may stray, that algorithms may penalize inactivity, and that their revenue may decline. It's a vicious cycle in which fatigue threatens success, and success breeds fatigue. Platform reliance is another source of pressure. On borrowed land, platforms that have the power to instantly alter monetization guidelines, policies, or algorithms, creators establish empires. Pokimane has complained that Twitch's corporate messiness and policy changes have left her feeling emotionally spent. For innumerable creators whose livelihoods depend on uncertain systems, this uncertainty is a reflection of their experience. Even the biggest performers are susceptible to algorithmic whims because of the empire's control over visibility. Creators' personal lives frequently become a part of the brand as they gain notoriety. Pokimane's status as a female streamer has gained her notoriety but also criticism. She has discussed in interviews how her experience was influenced by the way that Twitch's previous culture frequently sexualized or trivialized female producers. Pokimane's transformation is a reinvention rather than a retreat. Her following chapter outlines what a career as a post-Twitch creative may entail: varied, multi-platform, and driven more by personal well-being than by numbers. She's concentrating more on content that makes her feel good, like brand partnerships, commentary, and business endeavors. Her transition from a mere performer to a company owner is reflected in her skincare line and goods. Additionally, she is promoting creator independence through her platform, urging others to diversify their sources of income and steer clear of becoming overly dependent on any one business. In this way, Pokimane is reinventing streaming according to her own rules rather than giving it up. Like, follow, and subscribe because this story's just getting started.